What is up, movie masters? Welcome back to a new video. Today I've got another cool video for you guys, because I just got well, not just, it's probably like an hour or two after I saw it, but I got back from watching, dang it, bad snap, Puss in Boots: The Last Wish. And for this is the sequel that's after all the Shrek movies, unlike the first one, with a Puss in Boots movie, where it was a prequel to all, but, this one is after all of them. And, yeah, this is a sequel where Puss in Boots has lost all of his lives except one. He is down to 1 life out of his 9 lives, and, decides to retire. But when he learns about a wishing star that grants any wish, he thinks it could be the thing that gets him all his 9 lives back, and is on a journey to go get the wish with the help of his old love interest, Kitty Softpaws, and a dog named Burrito. I don't know his name. I never really actually understand how to say the dog's name. But yeah, that's pretty much what I can say about without giving spoilers. This is a spoiler-free review, and it's Pero, by the way, Pero. Okay, all right, that's the word. All right, and after seeing the movie, I was shocked with what I just experienced in this movie. And it's a good shock. It's a really, really, really good shock. Now, I've seen a lot of reviews saying this is an amazing film. It's on the same level as Shrek 1 and Shrek 2. Or Shrek 2, maybe, just maybe. This is a film I will treasure for a lot. It's a film worth watching. Do I agree with that? We'll have to talk about that later. You'll find out later. But, before we do, gotta let you guys know something. There is going to be a spoiler review. No exact date. My spoiler reviews are kind of random when I upload them. But there will be a spoiler review for this, because I had so much I want to talk about for this movie. And if you guys liked the video, remember to like, subscribe, and turn on that notification bell. We got a couple more reviews coming soon, too. Like the review for Violent Night, and for some reason that's all that comes to my head. But yeah, remember to like, subscribe, and turn on that notification bell. And enough of me talking, let's get into this review. I think we can all agree. The first Puss in Boots movie, it was meh. It was meh. It was okay, you know. If you saw my original Puss in Boots movie review, which should come out before this, I am recording this afterwards, but that's only because I'm gonna watch I'm about to go watch the original Puss in Boots movie to make sure I get everything right, and I don't want to get distracted from that, and then record my Puss in Boots Last Wish review, and to forget how forget what happens. So this is why I'm recording the video before I upload the original Puss in Boots review. So I don't know exactly what I said. I do remember though. The movie was kind of meh. It was alright. I liked it. It was an enjoyable watch. It's not something I would really, be going back to a lot, but it's something I could watch. It's a watch for fun type of movie. So when they announced a sequel for it, I thought, oh, that's going to be another entertaining watch. It's going to be something cool that I would like for about a couple months, and then I was like, this was nice. This was nice and all. It's not that exciting like the original. And just like the original, and that's what I thought this was gonna be like, one of those type of films where you watch for fun, and then you don't really think about going back to watch it again, only like random times whenever you want. But when seeing the movie, I was mind blown on how good this was. I did not expect Puss in Boots 2 to be this good. This was so good. I enjoyed the heck out of this. This was not amazing, but very, very, very good. Like, it's definitely not perfect. I'll tell you that. Don't think this is like a for sure watch movie. Like, this is not perfect. Nothing in this movie was perfect. It was good. It was good. Putting a pillow behind my back because my back is uncomfortable. Some of the positives I have for this movie is like the Shrek humor in this. This is from the same world of Shrek and the original Puss in Boots movie. It's a prequel before all the Shrek movies. His little adventure before he met Shrek and the gang. And, you know, before this movie comes out, you would think, oh, this is another story before Shrek. Okay, alright, let's see what this one goes to. And then you watch it and you realize, oh, this isn't a movie before Shrek. This is literally after all the Shrek films. After Shrek Forever After. Okay, because you get a lot of characters like Genji, Puppet Boy. And, you know, this isn't really spoilers because they're in the trailer and the music video for the song, which, by the way, I kind of have that as a negative. Like, I wish they made the song a little bit English because I don't understand what the song lyrics are. Man, that sucks. I wish I could sing along, but I have no idea what the lyrics are, you know, so it's one personal negative. But, you know, back to the movie, so, you know, and they have the same type of humor as Shrek. Like, they took what you love from Shrek, the humor you love from Shrek, and then they put it in this movie. Like, not afraid to get a little adultish and have some language. And yes, there is language in this movie, but it's censored out. They literally had these, Here, let me play a clip of what I mean.
I've been called dog, bad dog, rat face, butt nugget, for brains. Yep.
You know, they have that, because, where they cursed, but they censored it out. And there's a big scene. There's actually a scene where this dog just non-stop swears, and I was laughing my butt off. I was like, oh, that is so hilarious. Like, that, it was so good. It was so good. I love that. I love that they brought that humor into it. Not everyone's gonna agree with it. It will flow right over kids' heads. I know it would if I was a kid. And I enjoyed the heck out of it right now. Another thing is that I just need to go straight into right now is not what you probably think I'm going to talk about, but I'm going to talk about the animation now. The animation, definitely not for everyone. My aunt saw this. She's like, it was okay. It was, you know, it could have stuck to... She was fine with the original animation for Shrek, but, you know. My aunt, I watched this with my aunt. She came out a little disappointed with what she saw, because she was just ready for this to be a very cool movie, and she was kind of disappointed. I was not, you know. It's okay to have different opinions, but she wasn't really a big fan of the movie, I think. I'm pretty sure she said that the animation, I don't, actually no, she didn't say anything about the animation. I just said, you gotta admit, the animation was kind of cool. Was cool, and you know, she said, you know, yeah, I'm just gonna say, the animation, it's not gonna be for everyone. It's kind of a stop-motion-y feeling, comic booky animation, which is what seems to be in this new era, with bad guys, Captain Underpants, Puss in Boots. Like, Dreamwork is getting a hang of this comic book animation. And Spider-Verse, Don't think I forgot about Spider-Verse. I didn't forget. So the animation, it's a big quality, best animation out of all these, you know, Shrek films, spin-off or non-spin-off, you know, big upgrade. Another positive is just the story arc. Like, in the original Puss in Boots, yeah, there was a story, it stuck with you, it was cool. However, after a little bit, you kind of forget about it, because the next big thing, or something like that, it's extremely forgettable. Like, I think, when I first watched it, I thought this was such a good movie, I enjoyed it so much. And then about 5 minutes or 5 hours later, when something else happens, I forget about everything I saw. Like, it's so forgettable. That's the problem. A movie, it doesn't really stick with you because you forget about everything. You literally feel like you forgot everything in the last 5 hours of it, you know. After 5 hours about it, you've just paid attention to something else, and you forgot about the movie. My nose is so itchy right now. This movie, it's not forgettable, really. Yes, it does have some forgettable moments, but it is cool. And Goldilocks, I like how they did these little stuff, Goldilocks and the Three Bears. And let's be honest, it's perfect for them. She is a criminal. You go into a bear's house, you go and eat their porridge, sit in their chairs, and sleep in their beds. That's called, okay, first off, it's called breaking and entering. And second off, it's, mostly just breaking and entering. Like you're kind of damaging all their properties too, because the chair. By the way, hold on. I'm just realizing something I never noticed before. How could someone notice someone sit in their chairs? How do you notice that? Like, oh, seat, thing. Like, was it rocking? I'm just realizing that from the little fairy tale. Like, how do you notice if someone sit in your chair? That is so confusing. I'm just noticing that. Same thing with the bed, but you can notice if someone's sitting in your bed. But how do you freaking notice if someone sat in your chair if it's in the exact same spot and didn't really move? I'm just noticing that. Am I forgetting something from the story? Anyways, they do these little jokes multiple times with the just too cold, too hot, or too hot, too cold, just right little joke. They do that a lot, and it doesn't really get old. It can get old for people, but I actually really enjoyed it. It was very fun to see. I really enjoyed that little joke. Okay, but I'm saving the best positive for last, people. I'm saving the best for last. And now I'm conflicted. Which one's the best? Actually, this one's the best. I'm going to talk about this. So, the dog Pedro. Let's go back to the dog Pedro, please. Because there's one scene in here where he talks about his backstory. And Pedro, it is so sad. Like, he is this happy dog, this go-lucky happy dog that goes through so much crap, so much awful stuff. And he smiles at the end of the day because, A, he's kind of dumb, but also, understanding. Like, man, this dog goes through so much, and he still has a smile on his face every day. Like, he is so happy, so manipulative, and so, like, I don't know what the word is. Like, what's the word again? Blinded by the truth, sort of? Something like that, he literally says what happens to them. And he's like, I know, it's so funny. I guess I can't really say what he says, because that's a spoiler, but, he says, it's so funny. I guess that means I'm still, and you're just like, oh my god, this poor dog. Like, you just want to go into the movie itself, pick up that dog, hug him, and say, you're coming home with me, adopt him, and love him forever after hearing his story. It is so sad. You could literally cry to this movie, too. It is so sad. It's so much stuff. And whenever he cursed and, said, there's a clip online where he says what he is called by. One of the words is curse word, insert out, for brains, and it is hilarious and sad at the same time. You're just like, oh my god, wow, I can't believe they're actually putting that in. It is so crazy, and Pero is definitely going to be a fan favorite for a bunch of people. That was so hilarious and so sad at the same time. Well, I saved the best for last. As far as I remember, the best positive of all is how scary this is with one character and one character only. I can't say his name because that's a spoiler. I mean, I can say it, but you would probably have to watch the movie to understand what I mean. But I'm not gonna say it. So I'm just gonna say this: the big bad wolf the big bad wolf villain. He is actually. No joke. If your kid watched this movie and he's under the age of 10 or something like that, gets scared easily, don't let him see this movie, because if he sees the wolf, your kid could actually get nightmares to this wolf. This wolf can actually bring out nightmares, and it's part of this little adult humor of the movie. And the adult humor, it could fly right above your kid's head. However, it is actually terrifying. Some parts, I was like, okay, this wolf is actually kind of scary. He's not going to really, scare me or anything. Not going to pop in my nightmares or anything, but he is going to definitely scare some kids. I see that right now. And it's so crazy. The wolf, alright, excuse me for my language, but everyone says this, and it's true. He is a badass character. The wolf is such a badass character. It is so crazy. It is so wow. And just the things that terrify. It's not. I'm not trying to make you go like, oh, this guy's terrifying. No, he's not like terrifying. But he is gonna scare your kid, I bet. So you might want to be careful with that. And if you once you learn that name, you're like, oh, and yeah. And also, one more thing before I go into the negatives, there is not really a post-credit scene, but in the end, right before the credits roll, but after the title card happens, you know, the little scene from Sonic where it showed Robotnik on the Mushroom World as the old Robotnik look, after the title card happened. So, you know, it's one of those scenes. And it does give us a little hint to the future, and it will make you, and if you're a Shrek fan, you're just gonna go, oh my gosh! Oh, what? And I can't say it. I can't say what it is, but it's gonna make you smile if you're a Shrek fan. It is going to make you smile and excited for the future. But this movie isn't perfect. No, definitely not. There is, like, I probably, like, a 1 or 2 negatives for me that I do have to talk about. One of the negatives for me is just Jack Horner, like...
You just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine.
Jack Horner is played by John Mulaney, last seen in Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers. And, you know, the guy, yes, he is a villain. He's probably the main villain. And he doesn't really got much promotion online, so he might actually just be surprising for a lot of people, which is fine. You don't really expect what he's gonna do, and if you don't know his nursery rhyme, well, gotta be honest, I've heard before that this movie is supposed to explain it better, but honestly, I still don't know his nursery rhyme. I still don't know who the heck is Jack Horner's nursery rhyme. All I know is that it's about a thumb and a pie, and that's it. Like, I kind of wish he wasn't a villain, too. Like, one of the negatives about him is just that he's such a spoiled brat. It will get on your nerves. And how he's just such a bad guy. Uses these people as nothing. He's just one of the negatives for me, okay? As a villain. Like, the thing that connects to the negative is just that ending. Where, like, I can't say what happens at the end. But the ending was not satisfying for me. It was a little bit, but not entirely. Like, I wanted this ending to go this way, but instead they go a little bit like, you know, this way. They still go this way before they do, like, what I wanted them to do. They go this way, and then they go this way. Like, that's what I saw for the ending. You know, what I wanted them to do, but too late for them to do that, so it didn't really count. So, I'm just saying, the ending kind of just not satisfying for me. I was kind of disappointed in that ending. I really wanted it to go some way, like this way, you know, and then they do it, but it's too late. And there is a couple more negatives that I can't really say, because I would say they count as spoilers, kind of. So we're going to talk about them as my spoiler review. And speaking of spoiler review, before we, let's end this video and I'll start recording my spoiler review. Before I talk about my final ranking, make sure you guys like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell, just a reminder. And, yeah, this movie, it was good. It's definitely not going to be for everyone, but if you are a true Shrek fan and love the Shrek 1 and Shrek 2, and if you haven't found a movie that's really on this level, go see this movie, because this just might be on that level for you. So now, let's get into the rating. So for action, I'm going to give action 4 stars. Like, there is a lot of action in this movie. You know, a lot of fear me if you dare. And the animation, it helps so much with making these action scenes look so good. But like I said, not everyone's going to be a fan of the animation. So the action scenes might not be that satisfying for you. But 4 stars for me. 4 stars for me. For comedy, ooh, I was laughing so much, so I'm going to give it 3 stars for comedy. Like, everything this dog said, it's basically kind of funny, and there is lots of funny parts in this movie, especially with the too hot, too cold, just right jokes. Like, that's so funny too. And whenever someone swears and censor it out, like it's Super Pets. That's what I was trying to think of. Like, that, the censoring in Super Pets, you know, that's what it reminds me of. So that was also funny, so yeah, 3 stars for that. 3 stars for comedy. For drama, we're gonna give drama like 3.5 stars. There is a lot of drama with Puss on his last life, so he just scared of death and stuff like that, and this big bad wolf, hunting him down. That's crazy. And then everyone trying to get this wish, and the dog, like there's so much. And then there's Goldilocks' wish too, which is actually very dramatic, and it's like everyone gets some drama stuff except Jack Horner. That's literally the only person that does not get any character growth, basically. That's what it feels like. And there's so much drama in this movie, especially with Perro the dog. So yeah, 3.5 stars for drama. That's what I said, right? Well, it is 3.5 stars. For horror, it's not like scary, but for kids, honestly, I would give it like 2 stars horror max, maybe 2.5. It can definitely scare your little kid. If your kid is under 10 years old or anything like that, they can get scared. And even if you're not a kid, you'll be like, oh, whoa, this is in a kid's movie? And, I don't know how to explain it. It was kind of terrifying and shocking at the same time. And with that adult humor added, like this movie was generic at first, but then once this wolf come on screen, you're like, oh, jeez, there's a shift in tone. And yeah, the wolf brings the horror. So 2, maybe 2.5 stars for horror. And then finally for suspense, I'm going to be honest, I was on the edge of my seat basically the entire time, wondering how things are going to go. Who's going to get the wish? What's the wish going to be? Like, who is wishing for what? And when the wishes are revealed, what they're going to wish for, I'm like, oh, what? I did not see that coming. So I'm going to give suspense like 4 stars, maybe almost 4.5, But I did not expect what wishes these people were going to make. I was not expecting it. I was not expecting at all what happened. The scenes I saw, the surprises, the shocking. I feel like I was on the edge of my seat the entire time. So this part, suspense, it gets 4.5 stars for me. Maybe 4 stars, Overall, this is such a good movie. I give it it is such a good movie. I enjoyed it. I would definitely rewatch it again. Definitely better than the original one. This gets a 9 out of 10 for me, and I think this gets the G.C.A. Studios guaranteed the God tier movie. This is one I'm definitely going to cherish for a little bit, for a lot, I'm definitely not, it's not one of those best God tier movies, definitely not on the same level as Spider-Man No Way Home, but it's still a good movie that I can watch anytime I want. So this comes in with a 9.10 for Puss in Boots: The Last Wish. But anyways, guys, that was my review for Puss in Boots: The Last Wish. I want to know, what did you guys think about it in the comments below? Leave a comment down below. No spoilers. That's for the spoiler review. And I'm going to get started recording that now. Thank you guys so much for watching. Like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell. And I'll see you all next time. Peace out.